team looks to write its own special script. Moments like this are to be savoured. Hopes are high. A good start. That is what they all want. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena. Absolutely perfect for a game of this nature. If you're just joining us, we are already on the way. Batistuta. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Can he get away here? He has found the way through.
Been there, done that, unfortunately. You immediately want to have another go. Believe me on that.
And it's Snyder. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Belts one. Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Martinez really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Inter Milan with the corner, they're first. And now they can clear their lines. And now they can spring out of defence. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Ribéry. And the ball is out of play. Batistuta. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he cuts out the supply. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
Schneider going face-to-face with his great rival. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. Pullet looking to run onto it. Just eases him off the ball, rolls it backwards.
Well, he just didn't have any support.
And he's away.
That's good play from him.
Big chance! Great hit! Goal! Inter! And Inter go in front. And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Inter Milan have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Yeah, although that first goal...
Martinez! He's done very well to get to that.
Martinez is offering a wry smile there.
And he's taking no chances there. Costa Curta. And now a sudden chance to counter. And here's Lautaro Martinez. And here's Snyder. Kvaratskhelia. And he's being shifted off it. And here's Snyder. Inter Milan are seeing a lot of the ball and have a 1-0 lead to show for it. Great ball, he's had a shot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
So, third corner of the game. Costa Curta clears it away. Climbs up big! Oh, just couldn't turn it in.
Well, plenty of moving targets to pick out in the box. Obviously increases your chances of the ball being met like that by someone.
Played out to the left flank. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Oh, well played, well played. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Martinez stood his ground strongly. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Keeper's got good distance on that. Cannavaro makes the interception. Now it's Bergkamp. Might look promising, but the final ball is just not quite right. Schneider.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Just 5 minutes left until the break. Oh, that's well spotted. And it's Ribery. Morris ended up in no man's land. And he's managed to get free. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Kvaratskhelia. Schneider. There's the whistle for half-time. So the end of the first half, both teams have had their moments. There's been no shortage of talking points, but there has been just one goal, and that is the state of it at the break. 1-0. Reflections on the first half?
Yes, they're behind, but it's a reversible situation. As long as better defensive focus can avoid a second goal on the counter, they know they have the wherewithal to come up with what they need.
Inter Milan head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead. And if you have just joined us, well, it's Schneider! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Schneider deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Serbi, and the keeper's got it again. Costa Curta, and here's Hullet. Batistuta! And that has put paid to that. Kvaratskhelia.
Inter have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
There's no flag. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Bergkamp. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And here's Kvaratskhelia. Nicely weighted ball. Pressing high and with purpose. Being still separated by the game's only goal. It's a great ball. Cannavaro with the clearance. And the ball's a good one. And Martinez! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
So their fourth corner of the game. Cleared without hesitation. So we've reached the hour mark. Mkhitaryan. Ribery providing an outlet on that flank. Bergami did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. That's Batistuta. And he's on his way, shapes to shoot! That has been knocked clear. Pirlo wins the duel this time.
Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Gently done. Kvaratskhelia looking to get on the end of this. Well, the idea was a good one, the execution of it not quite so.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Mkhitaryan gets across to intercept that. It'll be a throw-in. Now that's well seen too. Ribery. Just about up to 75 minutes. And here's Batistuta.
Batistuta really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Platini, passing nice and neat.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Martinez with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 2.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Acerbi gets across and deals with it.
Numero 14. Fabio Cannavaro. Lasciano il campo per
That looks a good ball through.
Oh, that was one big no-no when you've got a queue formed in the box.
Il numero 15. Il numero 8.
In with the challenge. And Baston. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Long ball by the goalkeeper. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Can he latch on to this? That's tidy. Gets his pass away. Tries to get it clear. Schneider! Oh, just lacked a decent finish. DiMarco. Martinez is onto it in a flash. And no, that was never going to make it. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Mkhitaryan. And he's intervened well there. Well, nicely intercepted. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. David! Now he wants to get in on the act here.
This is proving to be a very good spell. The intensity is great, but they've got to make it count.
All hands on deck for this one. And that should get the job done. That's that, the end. Inter Milan can celebrate now. They have exactly...
Wuhu! Ein neuer Abonnent.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, Kvaratskhelia is a player who can do some serious damage. He brings a lovely intensity to that left flank and thrives on getting into half spaces. I think his biggest strength is his footwork, his ability on the ball. He's just so skillful at going past defenders and getting good delivery into the box. This guy is really one to watch out for.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. Rovella gets across and deals with it. And he's intervened well there. He won't be happy with that one. DiMarco. Schneider. Kagawa. Sane. Sane going face-to-face with his great rival, Kagawa. And the shot! He's scored!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more. The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
So, a breakthrough already. Rovella. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Arsenal leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score.
Footballing width usually identifies with running room, and we've just seen a prime example.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Zaccagni stood up well to him there. And it's Sane. Sane. That's good play. Kagawa. Guendouzi. Pellegrini. Romagnoli. Isaacson. DiMarco gets over and intercepts. Van de Ven. Now DiMarco. And it's Conte. Schneider. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Zaccagni. Guendouzi. Pellegrini is charging up on the overlap. And he's had it nicked away. Arsenal do have a chance to counter here. Guendouzi. Rovella. 30 minutes gone. DiMarco. Now Van de Ven. Beckenbauer. Oh, can he get onto this? And it's Belletti. It's Kagawa. And it's Sané. Belletti. DiMarco. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Sané hurtling down that right flank. Kvaratskhelia showing good feet. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Great chance. Kagawa! That's a fine save.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Taken back almost at once. Marusic. Marusic made a surge from full-back, as it turned out unsuccessfully. Just eases him off the ball. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
1 minute added time.
DiMarco. Van de Ven. And the first 45 minutes are up. So there we are, half-time. Both teams head into their respective dressing room. And, well, there was a genuine flow about the game. Most importantly, there has been just one telling moment. It is still very tight here. The game still up for grabs. And the half-time score, 1-0.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Arsenal head in, having made the crucial breakthrough. And to that end, there is a degree of satisfaction there. The lead by no means decisive yet, but so far so good. 1-0 at the break. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Kvaratskhelia. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. DiMarco. Van de Ven. Team still separated by the game's only goal. Van de Ven. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
The attendance for this match was
That's alert and sharp and very well played. Really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner. And
oh no, what has happened here? Kvaratskhelia. Schneider looking understandably energised after his goal. And it's Schneider. Out to the left it goes. Mbappe is onto this. And he's made sure that's not getting through. That's very neat. Schneider. Kvaratskhelia could try cutting inside here. He's had it taken off him. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. That has not gone well. He's in plenty of space here. Lazio choosing to make the first change.
well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass and a tricky one at that.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
Van de Ven. And it's Kagawa. Now it's Sane. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Arsenal surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Lazzari. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Kagawa. Oh, it's a sweet ball, that. Gigot did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Still just that single goal, and we are nearly done. Now it's Lazzari. Marusic. I think we're just about done here.
Oh, that was expansive and incisive, the type of move to please any coach. I think we're about to see a frenetic finish, and no half measures from here.
Guendouzi.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
And Gigot. Romagnoli. Rovella. Zaccagni. Pellegrini looking to hit the byline here. And he's heaved it away. And that's that. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Schneider taking... So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous sight. The action has already started. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Pedri. Pedri goes on a charge down the left. Sané. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And here's Dembele. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Dembele. Oh, that was vital. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, I've always been impressed with this guy, Davide Fratesi. He's the mainstay in teams. He's the one everybody else looks to. He sets an example. He's just a big presence, and he's capable of contributing at both ends. And what I love about him is his stamina and that willingness never to back off, never to give up. And I think you're going to see that emerge here.
Great hit! Darmian is fouled. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Terrific header! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on. In he goes again! Goal! Inter! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Couldn't squeeze it through. And he's... And Arnautovic! They want to be quick to recover this. That is lovely.
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
Climbs up big! He's done well to get his head on that, but couldn't score.
No, that was a slick move, and there were several options in the box to pick out.
Pedri. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. Arsenal with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Arnautovic can get it clear. Kagawa. Great chance! And that has been cleared. Martinez.
Arsenal really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
And it's Kagawa. Kagawa! It's anyone's ball now. And that's been won straight back. Dembele. Shot a goal! And that has been clubbed away. That's good play. Martinez was only too happy to help out in defence.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Van der Ven gets across to intercept that. That'll be a throw. Fratesi. And no, he's seen through all of that. Pedri. Strong running down that left flank. Dembele. Kvaratskhelia. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Çalhanoğlu is there to clear. And here's Sané. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Conte. Now it's Sané. Now the finish! And it's in! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, we're all back to square one, but I hope this game opens up from here. It looks as if it could happen. The understanding between those two plays a big part in that, and releasing the run on side proved the key ingredient.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Look, Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved.
Aimed beyond the defence. He's in plenty of space here. Kvaratskhelia proves just a little bit. Can he finish? It's loose, and there's a race for the ball.
Indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Fratesi. Acerbi. And we've reached half-time. Arsenal head back in at the break after a first half that has been, from a scoreline point of view in any case, an even one. Both sides have contributed in equal measure, neither looking overly under pressure from the other. And at the break, glass half full, half empty. It's 1-1. So there was the first half.
Oh, what a half of football. It's 1-1, but it could easily be 3-3 or more. Breakneck speed brilliance.
Yeah, it's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each. And we're already back up and running after half-time. That'll be a throw-in. And it's Damian. Inter Milan finding their passes. Van de Ven. Kagawa. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Arnautovic.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Dembele. Sommer will lay claim to that.
Inter really have found that they're getting more space out wide, and I can see now there's a lot of activity developing in that area, Peter.
Yeah, it's busy in there, isn't it?
Yeah, the wide players are doing their stuff and are grabbing the attention right now.
Carlos Augusto. Çalhanoğlu. That has been slung wide. And that is as far as they're going to go.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di
And they've got a throw.
80.113 spettatori.
And he's managed to gift it back. Well, played through for the wide man. Sané looking to add to his goal. Pedri. DiMarco. Kvaratskhelia goes pelting down that left-hand side. Oh, this is a great position. And he's there to get it away. Ball is over the line. Kagawa. Kagawa going face-to-face with his great rival.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Sané. Lovely feet. Pinches it off him. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. It's Kagawa! Decent enough try.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
Numero 20.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass, and a tricky one at that.
Barella. Arnautovic. And he was quick to react. Kvaratskhelia. And the shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. This time, surely! Pavard gets it clear.
Well, if they're looking to win this, they're certainly going about things the right way.
Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Kvaratskhelia. Ball's gone out of play. Inter Milan making another change here. Thuram getting the call here in what can be interpreted as a clear show of intent.
Yeah, I think it's time for some brave decision-making.
Il numero 9. Il numero 2.
DiMarco. Dumfries gets across and deals with it. Fiddles it through. Now it's Thuram. He's onside. Oh, well played. He's taken Thuram! Goal! Inter! Into the lead once more. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
When the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Inter Milan take the lead.
Look, I just think they've kept at it and got their reward. Now they need to hang on to it.
And he's certainly onside here. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Gets his head to it! Oh, the ball's come loose here. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
DiMarco in acres of space out wide.
Inter certainly don't need to overcommit now. Their priority lies further back.
Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. Fratesi to Barella, gets his pass away.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Belletti. And the referee brings it to a close. A game of margins, of thrills, the sort of game that is a great advertisement for our sport. Sad in a way that somebody had to lose. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, obviously they'll be disappointed with the loss, but, you know, they'll be back on the training ground working through their problems that will undoubtedly have been highlighted.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.
Gli appositi cestini per la raccolta differenziata situati vicino all'ingresso. Grazie.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. Well, there is here a great sense of expectation as to universal contentment. The Emirates embraces Arsenal once more. The action has already started. Oh, great chance! And the finish! Goal!
Well, what a statement of intent. Who better to be the one to have the first say? A cracking opening to this game. Well, his movement is all based on fine margins, and the timing of his run then was ideal.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Till. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, it looked promising, but the final ball is just not quite right. Now it's Luke de Jong. Till gets a good foot in there. Now it's Sané. Conte. Dembele. Sané! They want to be quick to recover this. And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. And it's Perisic. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Cleared without complication. Sané. Sané! Hits off target and by quite a way.
Another example of how comfortable this team is on the break.
Fair man. Till. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, that's well spotted.
Arsenal really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing. Kagawa. Oh no, that was never going to make it. No, he's just misjudged that one. Pressing high and with purpose. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Dembele. Pedri. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Taken goal. Arsenal are level.
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with two very good sides, and with such great individual talent on show, it could go either way.
Pedri. And it's Sané.
Woohoo! Ein neuer Abonnent.
Sané running with the ball. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Lang. He's found a way through. Half an hour played now. Kagawa. It's Pedri. Kagawa. Pedri. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
PSV looking to get their possession game going here.
Yeah, it can be very stylish and expansive to watch if they...
Can he finish? Goal! Arsenal! And that is goal number 20.
Arsenal clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
That's clear cut. It's a free kick. Nicely spread. And it's Kagawa. And here's Sane. And the shot has a go! And it's in! And again, they simply do not know what has hit them.
The understanding between those two plays a big part in that, and releasing the run on side proved the key ingredient.
Arsenal take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. That looks a cracking ball. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
This is the time you need that pace.
That is good alertness. Somewhat off target.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Beckenbauer. Van der Ven. Beckenbauer. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time.
Arsenal are 2 up, and on the balance of things, I would say, deservedly so. They had a very coherent game plan, and if they are allowed to continue in the same vein, I can only see the margin getting bigger.
Arsenal head in for half-time with a 3-1 lead. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Mbappe, he has found the way through. He's had a hit! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Till just eases him off the ball. Pedri, Fairman does well to stand firm and defend it. Perisic hurtling down that right flank. He's found a way past, and he's managed to get free. Perisic delivers. Punched away. Lang! That's a half-decent try. Oh, what has happened here? Kagawa. Sané. Nicely weighted ball. Mbappe! Now it's Mbappe. Decent hit! Just off target.
Pedri certainly could have and should have made more of that.
And it's Perisic. Till. Perisic, who does have an assist to his name.
This is what good chemistry is all about.
Can he latch on to this?
The attendance for this match was 61,052.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. And that is as far as they're going to go. Dembele.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Substitution in progress.
Arsenal with the corner, they're first. And now a sudden chance to counter. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. DiMarco. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. That's a foul, no two ways about it. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. Fair man. Well, they're certainly pressing with purpose here.
DiMarco. They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. And here's Sané. Dembele. Mbappe. He's shifting through the gears here. Dembele! And he gets rid in a hurry. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given.
Substitution.
Pedri! And that would have been game, set and match.
Well, his movement has certainly picked up. He's got that decisive goal on his mind.
Dest. Now it's Perisic. Great defending, strong and determined. Spread neatly. There's the shot! Sané. That's a little off target. Now that's well seen too. Fair man. He's a sharp little ball here. Shade too heavy. Keeper can pick that up. Belletti. Perisic. DiMarco. Oh, they can break here. Pedri. Kagawa.
Added minutes has been
2
indicated.
minutes to be added on. And here's Sané. Pedri. Fair man. Here's Teal. And there goes the final whistle. So the winners bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. So it is that time again. Every team looks to write its own special script. Moments like this are to be savoured. Hopes are high. A good start. That is what they all want. And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how... Shapes to shoot! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
And that has to go down as a real opportunity missed. Everything was right until the end.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Bellingham. And he's picked out the run. Showing good feet. And here's Griezmann. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into a stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Well, the further he went, the more attention he attracted. There was just way too much pressure for him to get the shot away.
Pedri, and here's Vinicius Junior, and the finish! It's run loose, who's going to get there? Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
It didn't quite come off on this occasion, but it only needs a gentle tweak.
Tries to get it clear. Vallecas are looking to go forward now. Now the finish! And he's there to make the block. Madrid have their second corner now. Cleared away. Has a go! Yes, it's there! A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
You know what was notable in that, Peter, was the fact that he didn't try to blast it. He chose placement instead and delivered a peach.
Madrid penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, the roof's just about stayed on, but the crowd level has gone up a notch or 10.
Strokes it back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Griezmann gets through on his own. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Rudiger. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Koundé made a surge from full-back, as it turned out unsuccessfully. Vallecas are looking lively here. They're playing with more zest, more purpose.
They are, and it's all because of the movement we're seeing down the flanks, and I think they look as if they're going to cause some real problems to that opposing defence. Both flanks are working quite well now.
Koundé and Araujo. Pedri. And it's Griezmann. It's Camavinga. Oh, such a clever touch. Now it's Pedri. Bellingham. Vinicius Junior. That has been knocked clear. Oh, what a mistake! Bellingham has given away a free kick. And he is going into that little black book. And that has left him in a heap. That has not gone well. Madrid looking to go into the break, 1-0 up.
This is the time you need that pace.
Pedri goes steaming forward. Camavinga. Over to the left. Vinicius Junior has it in a wide position. Camavinga. Just eases him off the ball. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Taken back almost at once. Lejeune. He's felt that, hasn't he? Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. Lejeune. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, it's a half which has simmered along nicely, warming up to what may be a more open second half to follow.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
Well, it is a game with plenty at stake, and that does show. Highly competitive, combative, confrontational. It is what you would expect from a game of this magnitude. Madrid head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Oh, that's neat. And it's hoisted clear. Rudiger. And Koundé. Bellingham. Vallecas have a free kick. Great work on the overlap. Koundé. And here's the chance to counter. Bellingham. Now it's Griezmann. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Madrid are ahead here by what is still the only goal. Koundé. Almost an hour gone. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Pedri. Played back in. Oh, that's a fine interception. Pedri. Oh, that's nice.
Oh, great feat, that.
He has found the way through. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. No, he's not getting past him there. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. And he's managed to get free. Bellingham. Driving on and making good progress. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead. But it seems as if they settle for a riskier approach now to defend this.
Pedri gets a good foot in there. Just about up to 75 minutes.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
He's had it taken off him.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now. That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Defending was strong and firm. It's loose now and they want to get it back. This time, surely! He scores! And with that goal comes comfort. That is just remarkable, the amount of bend he got on that.
Well, the ball flight may be unpredictable, but the predictable part was the technique. It screamed goal all the way.
Madrid are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
Bellingham. Oh, here's off the bar! Bellingham! And that is high. Will play through for the wide man. Bellingham. And it's Griezmann. Mbappe. Time added on will be 2 minutes. And here's Vinicius Junior. It's a good spell of possession, this. Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. And the referee brings it to a close. Madrid can... So we're all back together again, fresh still in our minds, those memories, the unbelievable highs, the unforgettable lows. And as the sides return to cross swords for the first time again, we just remind ourselves of the magic of this game. This is what it does to you. It keeps bringing you back, no matter what. Well, there is here a great sense of expectation as to universal contentment. The Emirates embraces Arsenal once more. The action has already started. It's Colour! Goal! Arsenal! Arsenal take the lead.
Arsenal clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
Liverpool finding themselves unexpectedly behind. And he's there to get it away. Musiala. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Van Dijk. McAllister. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. McAllister. Gakpo. Good spot, he's seen the run. The fullback is in acres of space here. Up he goes! That's a half-decent try.
Szoboszlai did give it a fair old crack, and he'll be encouraged to step up again.
Belletti. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Pedri. And it's Dembele. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Pedri. Oh, great chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Danger averted for now. Arsenal have it back and can go again. Mohamed Salah producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Musiala! Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Liverpool applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them, but of course the returns can be terrific. He's had it taken off him. Oh, it's come loose. Szoboszlai. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Dembele. Musiala. Musiala has alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Alexander-Arnold. Mohamed Salah looking to run onto it. Szoboszlai. Mohamed Salah. They get a throw in. And it's Salah. Pedri did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Dembele. Oh, such a clever touch. Can he spark a counter here? And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it. This is the time you need that pace.
Pedri. Szoboszlai did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Konate tries to dink it through. Oh, that's well spotted. Oh, it's a sweet ball, that. That is ended up in no man's land. Mohamed Salah is sporting a guilty look after that.
He made it look a bit predictable. Dembele really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
That is lovely. And he's there to clear it. And he's had a hit! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, it was hit with great power, Peter, but sadly, not great precision.
McAllister, driven forward. Diaz looks to get on the end of this. Conte. It's Pedri. Musiala. And here's Dembele.
Added time.
Konate. Szoboszlai. Gakpo. Gets a good foot in there. And the referee brings the first half to a close. So there we are, half-time. Both teams head into their respective dressing room. And, well, there was a genuine flow about the game. Most importantly, there has been just one telling moment. It is still very tight here. The game still up for grabs. And the half-time score, 1-0.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy. A little more composure up front, perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
Arsenal come off having scored the only goal of the game so far. Pedri! No mistake! 2 up now, and they are cruising.
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
So that's 2 now without reply.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
And it's Dembele. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Nicely spread. Mohamed Salah. And that's clear cut, it's a free kick. Konate. Gravenberg. Robertson. Great defending, strong and determined. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Spread it left. Gakpo. Szoboszlai.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Hits one! They've done it! Just 1 goal in it now! Game on! Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Liverpool get themselves back into contention.
Well, I think they probably needed an early goal in this half just to give them the confidence and belief to push on and look for an equaliser.
The attendance for this match
No,
was
he's not getting his way this time.
62,005.
60 minutes played. Kagawa gets a foot in here. Konate gets over and intercepts. He's found a way through. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. He's picked his way through. Arsenal needed that. They really needed it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
Van Dijk. Well, Jim, it is abundantly clear that the tone of this game has changed markedly within the last few moments.
Well, it has, because the deficit has now been halved, Peter, and because of that, it seems to have developed into some sort of shock for them, and it's going to be very interesting to see how they can take it on from here.
Threads one in. Pedri has found the net here, of course. Mohamed Salah. Out of play for a goal kick. DiMarco. Oh, what a mistake! He's shifting through the gears here, and it's pulled back.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
"75 minutes played. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And here's Diaz. He's under a lot of pressure there. Oh, good-looking ball.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Chance here to counter. Pedri looking to get on the end of this. Now it's Vinicius Junior.
Well, from experience, I can tell you he'll get a lot of stick for getting that one wrong.
Oh, that's neat.
Substitution in progress.
Arsenal with the corner, they're first. And that has been cleared. Liverpool have the chance to go the other way. And here's Mohamed Salah. Vinicius Junior. Now, what about a counter-attack? He's had a hit! Decent enough try.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing. Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Alexander-Arnold. Mohamed Salah, who does have an assist to his name.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Indicated.
Dealt with nicely by the defence.
Woohoo! Ein neuer Abonnent.
4 added minutes on the board. Robertson. Now it's Chiesa. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Now it's Chiesa. Robertson. Kagawa. It's Pedri. Dembele. Alexander-Arnold. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. And few venues rise to an occasion quite like this one. It is, of course, the world-famous Old Trafford. We have already started here. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Casemiro. He gives them some real defensive steel in the middle of the park, Peter. What he's particularly good at is nipping opposition attacks in the bud and preventing them from getting any real momentum going. He's also a bit of a shooting threat from long range too, so opposing defences will have to beware of that, and very much so.
Okay, interesting. A real opportunity here from a position of great potential. Kagawa ready to try one. Kagawa! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Maguire. Menu. Casemiro. And it's Casemiro. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And here's Musiala.
Musiala really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Beckenbauer. Neither side yet able to find the net. It's Pedri. Musiala. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Garnacho, and he's on his way! Pass is just off target. Pedri. Dembele. Arsenal with a chance to counter-attack now. Oh, he's in! Dembele! Goal! Arsenal!
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
Arsenal have taken the lead.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Pedri.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Back into the middle. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's Dembele. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And here comes the corner. Arsenal with the corner, they're first. Belletti. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Mazraoui. Manchester United were a team looking for an outlet, and it seems, Jim, as though they've found one.
Yeah, and if that allows them to...
Tries a shot! It's in! Hot knife through butter! They have done it again!
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
Arsenal are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Menu. That's good pressure, closed him down quickly. He's shifting through the gears here. Can he finish? It's fallen kindly here. He's keen, determined to have his say.
They're just lacking a cutting edge, Peter, and while that's fairly obvious, the rest of their attacking play is actually quite good.
They've played it short. Arsenal have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Mbappe. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Garnacho.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Oh, no joy this time. Belletti. Mbappe! And it's Kagawa. And here's Mbappe. Oh, he's found shapes to shoot!
There will be
Bruno
1 minute added
Fernandes.
time.
Garnacho. DiMarco promptly onto that, and that is that. Well, good play on the left-hand side here. Menu. And there's the end of the first half. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, they had their opponents reeling in that half, Peter, and the break may influence a change somehow, but
Everyone,
don't hold me
please
to it.
welcome our players.
Arsenal are heading into the break very happy with how it's gone so far. And we are back underway. So both teams emerge the same as they were before the break. And here's Mbappe. Bruno Fernandes. Garnacho. Pedri. Conte. Musiala. Musiala proves just a little bit too strong. And it's Dembele. Gives it back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
Now DiMarco. Now it's Pedri. Nice control. Pedri! And that's caused a worry or two.
Pedri just can't be faulted for taking on the opportunity. That sort of distance is usually up his street.
Here's a man who his teammates can look to in all times. Not getting too much time on the ball here, that is good pressing. Arsenal, with this handy-looking 2-0 lead, they are looking comfortable. Mazraoui. That's a lovely, neat pass. Mazraoui showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball,
The
but
attendance
couldn't
for this
quite
match
sort it
was
out.
71,550.
That pass has been well intercepted. Pedri. And there's green grass ahead of him. Can he finish? Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Bruno Fernandes. Casemiro. And Maguire. Now Menu. Casemiro. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Manchester United have reclaimed it. Threads one in, and he was quick to react. Casemiro. Mazraoui.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Oh, good ball, and this looks promising. Bruno Fernandes clears it away. Now Mazraoui. Bruno Fernandes. Beckenbauer. Belletti. Now Van de Ven. And it's Conte. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Musiala. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Kagawa. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Kagawa never really looked sure of what he was doing, and by holding on to it for so long, he duly lost it.
Oh, that's a key interception. And it's Kagawa. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Kagawa! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Casemiro appears to be in some real discomfort. Is it his leg?
Yeah, and you know, I think it appears to have been bothering him for a while.
But it appears he's going to be okay, at least for now. Definitely away. In with the challenge. Manchester United are looking to go forward now. And here's Dembele. Pedri. Into the last 5 minutes. Pedri. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Kagawa. Musiala! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
So, third corner of the game.
Number 9.
And the header!
Number 8.
Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Musiala certainly could have and should have made more of that.
7. Mason Mount. Number 11. Zirkzee.
So just one
Number
extra minute for
57.
stoppages. So that's it. It is all over. It's a super show all round. Both sides doing their best to impose themselves, but... Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. Have a look at this. It is what you anticipate here these days in London North 7. An undulating red and white wave, an Arsenal wave which envelops the team. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, this guy, Hudson-Odoi, is one of the gems in a great generation of English talent, Peter. A wide player, competent playing from either side. I find him, unlike a lot of his contemporaries, to be a more deceptive and unpredictable player in that he isn't a ball hogger, you know, quite the opposite.
Yes, he'd be my pick too. It's going to be all about how they get the best out of him. That's a shade optimistic. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
He's going for goal! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Dembele has taken on too much there. That isn't one of the areas he thrives on.
He's got away. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
And that could set him on his way. Now, shapes to shoot!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Hudson-Odoi. Still goalless at the moment. Kante does well to get it back. Quality ball. And here's Mbappe.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That's gone for a throw-in. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Musiala. Musiala will not want to lose out. Musiala! Goal! Arsenal! Arsenal take the lead.
Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
Arsenal have taken the lead.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Hudson-Odoi, Wood, shot a goal! They've done it! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less. Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
Nottingham grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Yeah, it's always a dangerous time when you've just scored. You can easily lose focus and then bang, you're pegged back again.
Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Now that's well seen too. Williams. Oh, no question, that's a foul. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Oh, what? And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Terrific header! He will be livid with himself.
Well, that's why we all say indecision is fatal.
DiMarco. Musiala. And it's Kagawa. He's under a lot of pressure there. Conte. It's Belletti. Beckenbauer. And it's Kagawa. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Kagawa. And the finish! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
They've played it short. Turns and goes back. Pedri. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
That's really well manoeuvred. Wood.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Musiala. Defending of the desperate variety. Wood. Gibbs White. And it's Dembele.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And it's hoisted clear. Gibbs White. And he's picked out the run. And it's the goalkeepers to claim. And we hit half-time. So half-time, and it is all square. Neither able to pull away from the other, but that is not due to any shortage of effort on either side. It's a goodish game, this, and at half-time, it's 1 each. And we are up to the break.
Well, for us neutrals, this is fantastic. If you're a fan from either side, it's unpleasant. And as for the managers, check your heart rate.
Musiala! Just swings wide.
Look, I'm sure he'll deny it, Peter, but the keeper didn't have that covered.
Really fierce, close defending. That's a good ball out wide.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Can he finish? He's got a goal! And the comeback is complete!
Arsenal really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
And yes, it's him again. Oh no, what has happened here? It could great hit! And yes, it's there! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
And that's it. That was always inevitable. So all square, and not for the first time.
Oh, I think the coach will really be annoyed with that. The players were still thinking about their goal and just got caught napping.
Now it's Mbappe. A good great chance! Goal! Arsenal! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Arsenal get themselves into the lead.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Now the finish!
Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And he's managed to gift it back. Hudson-Odoi gets a foot in here. Wood. Now Hudson-Odoi. That's been cut out, well played. Nicely aimed pass. That's good pressure, good intensity.
Yeah, it very much looks like this defence has learned from its errors now. Williams.
And there's his chance to lead the counter. Hudson-Odoi. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
That needed to end with efficiency and incision, and we got neither.
Kagawa. He was under real pressure there. And that's a good ball. He's chosen to go back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
Half an hour gone in the second half. Musiala. And here's Dembele. Here's a man who his teammates can look to in all times. Cleared away. Lovely feet.
That's good play from him.
In towards the back stick. Well, there's the clearance.
Woohoo! Ein neuer Abonnent.
He saw the danger and he went crack. And the shot! And he nearly went all the way.
Pedri really has just learned a lesson there. Your focus cannot lapse, even slightly.
Anderson. Kante producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Gibbs-White. Now it's Hudson-Odoi.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
He's got the shot away! That's really well cleared. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Spread neatly. Hudson-Odoi.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Played into space out wide. It's a goal kick. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. And we're done. So the winners bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they...
Woohoo! Ein neuer Abonnent.
Well, the premise of the tournament is simple. Every team, of course, is striving to make the latter stages. That's where they all want to be. No doubt these two harbour very similar ambitions. A good show here, absolutely crucial. Red and black wherever you turn. The San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. So that's got things underway. It is that familiar feeling again, old foes, fresh hostilities. Out to the left it goes. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here? Well, hits one! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Rafael Leao. Oh, easy pickings there. Out to the right. Donadoni in acres of space out wide. Heads it! They've got to be quick to recover this. Schneider, it's a really well-measured ball. Now it's Thuram. Thuram. Can he finish? What a wonderful goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Well, look, he moves and manufactures in unique fashion. This guy is sheer class.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
Oh, Pellegrini! Oh, it's got in! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Milan grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Nicked it back promptly. He could be in here. Plenty. Tries a shot! And he has kept it out somehow.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today. The taker has to look for options, because an aerial supply doesn't look promising here.
Yeah, they need to be thinking in terms of guile, deception, don't they? And now a sudden chance to counter.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And he cuts out the supply. Reinders takes control of it, and he's on the move. Rafael Leao providing an outlet on that flank. Cleared without hesitation. And they're back on the ball again. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Thuram. Well timed, excellent interception. Danilo. Always onto this. Oh, great! He's got the shot away! Inter Milan have rung the changes already. They could, of course, make further alterations at half-time. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. Oh, no messing about. It is red. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. It's their second corner of the game. Pellegrini! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing. Mkhitaryan. Now it's Ribery. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Reinders. Spread out to the left. Fofana. Oh, look at Pellegrini! Goal! Milan! And the comeback is complete!
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
Milan go into... and the finish! Cleared away.
Ah, that's great defending to cover for the goalkeeper and just get something in the way.
Oh no, what has happened here? And that is out of play. Danilo. Fofana. Pellegrini. Now it's Osimhen. Oh, played right into his path. That's going to go a long way. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Milan looking to pass their way through. Look at the space here. Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. Inter Milan faced with a real prospect of letting this slip. So this to extend their lead. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Should we have ever doubted him? Cool as you like.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
Osimhen has a goal! Surely now they are well and truly out of sight. And again. And the half-time whistle goes. And it is a game with plenty at stake, and that does show highly competitive, combative, confrontational. It is what you would expect from a game of this magnitude.
Attenzione, un cambio.
And the action is back on the way. Inter Milan come out for this second half with a different lineup. The manager has made a big call here. Oh, what a pass! Rafael Leao! And yes, it's there! Result no longer in doubt. It's just about how many. He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Milan are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. And here's Osimhen.
Oh, that's such a good run. More of that, please.
It wasn't a great header in the end,
That was good defensive pressure to give him less manoeuvring room.
Corner number 3 coming up. There's the header. Oh, he's kept it out. That's a great save. There's the hit. He's scored. And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
He's got 4. That is remarkable. Milan are having a ball here.
Well,
that could spell trouble. Donadoni! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Quality ball. Hernandez. Thuram. Nicely intercepted. Martinez is flagged offside.
Pretty robust defending.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di 81.007 spettatori.
Almost an hour gone. And it's Ribery. Inter Milan, perhaps contemplating their next change here. Oh, that's an excellent interception. Great ball, and he's in here. Real chance here. Climbs up big. And again. He has done it. That's no fluke, it's what he was there for.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Inter Milan playing for pride here, the match surely beyond them. Bastoni. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. De Ketelaere. Aimed beyond the defence. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Inter clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted. What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement.
And he's in on goal. Pellegrini. Osimhen.
This is the time you need that pace.
Osimhen. So their 4th corner of the game. Tries a header! And he's spooned it over the bar. That's headed upfield. Danilo gets across to intercept that. Reinders. And Donadoni works it forward, and that could set him on his way. Hernandez with a fine tackle. And he's quick to snatch it back. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Referee's given a throw. Oh, what a mistake! That's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. And he is going into that little black book. Costa Curta. And there's green grass ahead of him. Picked out brilliant. He's had a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Barella. Martinez. And it's Ribery. That's a nicely measured pass. Martinez. Danilo. Pellegrini.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played. well stopped.
To Ketelara. Rafael Leao looking understandably energised after his goal. Martinez was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh, and he's through the middle. He's in space and looking for options, and he's certainly onside here. Shot a goal! It's in! And this is getting ridiculous, borderline crazy.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
Ci saranno 5 minuti
Things
di
looking
recupero.
so easy, almost too easy here. Pellegrini. Fofana. No, that's been intercepted. Hernandez. De Ketelara. Martinez. Schneider demonstrating his defensive quality there. Hernandez. And that will be it. Inter Milan illustrating perfectly the fickle nature of football. Everything. And so we reach a fork in the road. Fortunes can turn either way from this point. One path leads to where they all want to be, or at least a significant step closer to it. What doesn't bear thinking about is the alternative. It is time for the central characters to stand tall. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And already we're underway here. Bisek finds himself in the starting lineup. Jim, what would you say are his most notable qualities?
Well, Peter, I can tell you that he's extremely physical and utterly committed, the kind of defender strikers hate to come up against. Having someone like him at the back helps spread confidence throughout the whole team and tends to have the opposite effect on the opposition.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a... He's had a shot! Superb goal!
Well, there's leadership for you. That's what the armband means for him, setting the perfect example, the perfect tone. Tremendous.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him, little matter.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Just the goalkeeper to beat. He's got away. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Hernandez goes on a charge down the left. Keane providing an outlet on that flank. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he stands tall, impenetrable. Keane. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Now it's Del Piero. Schneider.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Oh, great chance! Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Bastoni did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Might be danger here. Costa Corta. To Barella. And it's Ribery. And it's Mkhitaryan. Thuram. Thuram showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now it's Keane. Thuram. He's had a hit! It's a good run, that. Great timing. That's the throw. Decent progress down the left. Now it's Ribery. Keane. And here's Thuram. Guendouzi. Schneider. And here's the chance to counter. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. He has found the way. It's Schneider! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Another example of how comfortable this team is on the break.
Hernandez. And it's Ribery. Thuram. Oh, good spread. Hernandez kept his eye on it, and he's there. That's good running with the ball. Real chance! And he has kept it out somehow.
Ribery actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Ball is over the line. And it's been given away. He's picked his way through. He's found some space. Hits one! They are queuing up to have a go here.
Sampdoria really putting a few chances together here. Taking one can only add to such good momentum now.
Del Piero goes short. And now a sudden chance to counter. Sampdoria have got it back and they'll have another go. That's really well cleared. Terrific header! Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
That definitely had the element of surprise to it. Clearly came in when no one was expecting it, and it was drilled.
Hernandez. And it's Ribery. Ribery going full steam ahead down the left flank.
Ci sarà un
Deep
minuto di
into
recupero.
stoppage time. Guendouzi in acres of space out wide. Guendouzi. Guendouzi with the cross. And it's half-time here. So the end of the first half, both teams have had their moments. There's been no shortage of talking points, but there has been just one goal, and that is the state of it at the break. 1-0.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
There's the start of the second half.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
Bisek. Inter Milan looking to pass their way through. Inter Milan come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Ribery. Hoisted in. Oh, well played. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
That just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Picked out brilliantly. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. And he was alert to it. Barella. Inter Milan, still trailing by one, and looking here to take it up a notch after the break. And it's Mkhitaryan. Martinez. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Del Piero.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Nothing wrong with that tackle, ball won cleanly. Tries a shot! Oh, surely that deserved better.
It's easy to say it, but difficult to stop it when runs in behind are being made like that.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
29.830 spettatori.
Can he get it through? Thuram. It's a good spell of possession, this. And he's gone backward here. And the shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Corner number 2, then. Schneider with the short one. Not quite sure who got the final touch, but it will be another corner. Corner number 3 coming up. No way through, so back it comes. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all.
Barella!
Oh, good effort, he got plenty on that.
Barella brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
Ribery. Looking for the run. Oh, that's a fine interception.
Inter showing a little more urgency now, and to be honest, Peter, this is what's required.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Inter Milan are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise.
Well, the manager's got a decision to make here, whether he's happy to stick or twist.
And he's managed to get free. Well, that is one way to stop him. Well, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. I do think he's feeling the effects of that tackle. So seemingly that was deemed a denial of a clear goal-scoring opportunity.
He really ended up between a rock and a hard place then, Peter. Probably...
Schneider! He scores! And with that goal comes comfort. So that's two now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Oh, good-looking ball. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, it's there! Right back in the game!
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
We have got ourselves a game here.
I think they've done so well to get back in it, but it's important now that they don't become over-eager in chasing another. They only need one more chance. Patience is key.
Climbs up big! And that could have brought them level.
Oh, I think you could really feel his pain there. He was convinced he'd put his side level.
And that's been won straight back. Now it's Dybala. He's found the way through. Big chance, corner. Sampdoria have their second corner now. Bisek gets it away.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
And the pass is intercepted. That's tidy. The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to. Sampdoria probably could have killed things off, but they should be okay here.
You can run onto that. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Sampdoria clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And here's Del Piero. Bastoni proves too strong. Serginho. Well read, and the danger is averted. Barella for Ribery. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Now it's Martinez. Ribery. Ribery. That's that, the end. Inter Milan were involved in a great game here, unpredictable in so many ways, but in the end they fell just short. Effort unrewarded. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Yeah, well, I've been on the loop.
Well, it is a nervous time, but these are positive nerves. The prospects are so great, the potential, be it financial or reputational, is huge, because success in this competition brings so much, and the supporters are here to take it in for themselves and to drive the team on. Truly, this is crunch time. There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous sight. The action has already started. And here's Del Piero. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Keane is in a really good position out wide.
It's going to be a real pleasure to see the mercurial Alessandro Del Piero.
Genuine legend of the Italian game.
Yeah, the Del Piero zone was named after his trademark move.
Now the finish! It's there!
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
So, a breakthrough already. And here's Schneider. He is just... It's Schneider! That was venomous. DiMarco. Ribéry. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Thuram's cross. Nice interception, well timed. Well, this man's contribution is, as you would expect, proving terrific.
Well, not only can...
Just the keeper to beat! Chance! And it's in! And they're at it again, in double quick time! Simplicity itself.
Well, it doesn't have to look spectacular. Why complicate simplicity?
So that's two now without reply.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Kvaratskhelia. That's a good ball out wide. He's picked his way through. Great ball, and he's in here. There's the shot! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Inter were again presented with an opportunity to break and look very, very threatening. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time.
There's the hit! Oh, that was no routine save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Lookman, Keane. Speculative strike. And a terrific save from the keeper.
Martinez clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Not a lot we need to say about that. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Keane. Referee's given a throw. Can he get onto this? Lookman! Defending of the desperate variety. Kvaratskhelia. Looking to go deep. Oh, the touch is just too thick. Could really have done without that.
Well, I think that might well put him off watching tonight's highlights.
And it's Del Piero. Now there's a fine ball. Great hit! Thuram. Ribéry. To Schneider. Great ball if he can get there. Thuram was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Back into the middle. Real chance! And more, and more, and more! And they are pulling clear here. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
A case now of complete control. He's found a way past. Osimhen. Osimhen proves just a little bit too strong. Inter Milan are still behind as we reach out for half-time. Lookman! And that's been won straight back. DiMarco. To Barella. He could be in here. Ramani did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Thuram, shot a goal! He's got a goal!
And how about the timing of the pass and run? They've worked it before, and no doubt they'll work it again.
So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? Schneider. Skillful. And we've reached half-time.
Signore e signori, vi ricordiamo che non è consentito parcheggiare intorno allo stadio. Grazie della collaborazione. Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 77. Viene sostituito.
That's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, this half might require them to produce a plan A, B and C. Levelling the score is easier said than done, but that will be the target. Get back on terms and then use that momentum to go again.
And that is as far as they're going to go. Tonali.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Schneider is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Barella. Thuram. Mkhitaryan. Oh, it just needed a better touch, and you could see his annoyance.
Pity that, because it had a decent chance of progressing.
DiMarco picks it up from the goal kick. He can run onto that. Thuram! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Well, there are a few pockets of space that are being exploited, and they need filling, and fast.
Mkhitaryan does really well to win the ball there. Ribéry showing good feet. He has found the way through. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And he's got the beating of his man.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Bastoni cuts it out. Keane. And here's Del Piero.
Del Piero really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Well, they could break here. Ribery goes on a run down the left wing. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Inter Milan still have the cards to affect this game. Lookman. Costa Curta gets over and intercepts. And it's Ribery. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Can he finish? Now, who's going to be first to this? Del Piero, who does have an assist to his name. Mkhitaryan. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
It's out for a goal kick.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 22.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Ribery. Lasciano il campo per il numero 13. Il numero 10.
Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, terrible mistake. Oh, this is a great position. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Barella. Mkhitaryan. Mkhitaryan touches it back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
And it's been given away. And the shot! There's a goal! And they are dragging it back! Game on again! That was easy. Almost too easy.
Well, look,
Oh, that is asking for trouble. It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
Now it's Keane. McKennie.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Ramani kept his eye on it, and he's there. It's Mkhitaryan! Just sails past the upright.
That's just plain unlucky. There were many, me included, who thought that was going in.
Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Pellegrini. Schneider.
Il quarto uomo indica 2
2 minutes to be added on. That's headed upfield.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
He's come in hard. So that's it. It is all over. Inter Milan bow out. Defeat sealing their fate.